beginning of my journey, born and raised in Chicago, to a single mom. Daily routine was just getting on the bus, going to school. She would go to work, and then we would do it all over. She always told me, though, that I had a calling on my life and God had a purpose and a plan for me. We didn't know, I didn't know what that was, but she thought that I was supposed to be a preacher because it was the closest example of a man with a purpose that we had. So I knew she was right about me having a purpose, but I knew that she was wrong about the profession. So I just went the normal route. I went to school, I graduated with a bachelor's, I got a corporate job, and I started my way up the corporate ladder. After starting my journey in corporate America, my goal was to get as high on the corporate ladder as I could. And then one day, a friend from college called to catch up. And talking about life and relationships and future plans, she asked me a question. She said, "Micah, why are you working for anybody?" Basically suggesting that I should be my own boss. It struck a chord with me, so I thought back to those times I talked to my mom and she told me that I had a calling on my life, and I figured I would start my journey to find out what that was and who I was meant to be. In an effort to, find out what my calling was and who I was supposed to be, first thing I did was go back to school. So I went to graduate school. I was doing well, but then I realized that this was just making me a better employee. So I pivoted and I started taking courses for certification to decide what entrepreneurial path I should head down. After all the certifications and all the courses, nothing was really a good fit. So I just decided, you know what, let me slow down. I'm just going to keep my job that I have until I figure everything out. And a few days after I made up my mind to hold on to my job, I was let go. After being let go from my job, I was devastated. My professional career had ended before my purpose begun, and I didn't know what to do. I was a new homeowner, a new father, so I just knew one thing. I couldn't give up. I had to figure this out. I just did some thinking. I did some praying. I did some self-reflection. I thought about the things my mom had said. I prayed for direction, and I just kind of looked in the mirror to see who I really was, who I was supposed to be. And it was in those quiet moments that I remembered that conversation that me and my friend had before. And I asked her, if I'm not supposed to be working for someone, what should I be doing? And she didn't have an answer, but her response was, well, you're always giving great advice. In this moment, you should be your own coach. And that's when I knew that life coaching was my purpose in life. What made me become a life coach is the intimacy, the one-on-one conversation, the coaching aspect. When I see someone have that aha moment and that light bulb goes off, there's so much fulfillment for me. But also seeing people's lives actually change. Like when I keep up with my clients and I follow up and they're doing better than they were, there's no better feeling than that. So I knew once I had that feeling and I had that moment and that realization that this was my purpose. This is exactly what I was